Hi, everybody. My name is Julie Pineda, and I'm going to be speaking to you today a little bit about food insecurity and the dangers of it and how it can impact a young, growing, developing mind. So, the community that I highlighted were Hispanic children, ages 3 to 10, coming from low socioeconomic status at Lincoln Elementary School in New Brunswick, New Jersey. So, as we know, New Brunswick is a very diverse area, but it's also urban. And what I think makes it kind of special is that it has like the university within it. And to highlight my health issues, so food insecurity can lead to improper cognitive development, behavioral issues, and learning development. And to really help me in my research, I had articles from Danielle Galagos from Queensland University of Technology, Paul Glue from University of Minnesota Twin Cities, and Jin Huang from the College of Public Health and Social Justice at St. Louis University. So the intervention that I spoke mostly about was the National School Lunch Program, which is a federally funded program. Um, so, in terms of how this intervention shows cultural humility, well, out of 371 of the students at Lincoln are actually Hispanic, and that's out of 392 students overall. So, I really kind of wanted to hone in on the largest demographic so I can make the largest impact. And I wanted to create a plan to, the most vulnerable. So, how this will benefit the community, I mean, at the end of the day, I think helping children grow and develop properly will be the biggest change out of anything that can cause growth in a community. So, I think it would promote cognitive growth, create a more efficient society, and improve the well being of children. Um, so, in terms of research supporting the effectiveness of my intervention, it's been proven that children who do not participate in the National School Lunch Program are more likely to be food insecure than those who are participating. So, how I would market this intervention is I would first start at the root, which is the parent or the parents that are feeding their children, giving their children nutritional, food. First start with them. Maybe it's sending brochures to them, get them involved, really, getting them involved if they're at parent teacher conferences, things like that. Um, and I wanted to sort of skip down to like what is appropriate upstream for this health issue. I think that we can also, start with students as well. So making sure that they have a comprehensive understanding of the dangers of food insecurity. So we can do this at school, whether it's posters or just during health class, talking about, what did you eat today? So in terms of appropriate evaluation process for this intervention, I think that a summative evaluation process would be the most comprehensive, just because it could see how proper nutrition improves development, neurological development over time. So whether that be, looking at test scores, are children, testing better now that they're in this program? Are they not? Seeing how, the pros and cons. If I could do one thing differently, I think I would really, also have something for children outside of school, just because, we can track what they're eating in school, but we don't know, are they having lunch? Are they having dinner? Are they having breakfast or are they having dinner? Things like that. Do I feel like an expert? I actually do feel like an expert in this overall community environment and, health issue, just because I've really sort of taken what I know from my personal life, living in New Brunswick, seeing, the food that is offered here, like my food choices. And I really was dedicated and passionate about, this topic. Um, and as in terms of a health educator, I felt like I really studied the demographic and I wanted to find like what would be the best point of intervention for the specific group that sort of helped them both economically, but also gave the most nutritional value for their children. My intentions with this paper, now that it is complete, honestly, I view this kind of like as a baseline for my experience with research in the future. And honestly, I cannot wait to like have a hands-on, impact, whether that be with this topic or other topics in the future. So that was, yeah. I just want to say thank you so much for listening. I had, this was a really eye-opening experience, and yeah, thank you for your time.